y'all, it's Amanda and this is my Texas Zone 8 garden. And before we dive in, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this on your Facebook page. Okay, we are on to part 3 of working on this particular section of the west side garden. Oh, I see a hummingbird moth over here. And so far we spent the first day, basically removing all the weeds, assessing what all is there, leveling some pots, running drip, just kind of getting some things in order. And then the second day we came through and we did a bunch of planting. I planted a ton of stuff that I had started from seed, a lot of annuals, including tons of petunias, some dahlias that I started from tubers. Then we also put in some other items that I started from seed that are perennials like peach gaillardia, some pale purple echinacea that I purchased from Covington's. So we did a lot of that the next day. Now we're on to the third day. And today we're going to be tucking in quite a few bulbs, about 50 bulbs in a variety of places throughout this space. And then we're going to backfill with a few zinnia seedlings that I started from seed. And then finally, we are going to top everything with a fresh coat of mulch. But let me bring y'all in closer and show you what we're up to so far. All right, so it's windy today and you're going to hear my cardinal friend up there. See him? He's doing a lot of talking. Of course, it's going to be quiet right now. He's chilling up there. I'm pretty sure that he has a nest. That his mate is somewhere in my backyard and they've got a nest. Okay, because he hangs out on top of that willow tree all day long. So we've done a ton of work, added a lot of beautiful color to this space, and now I really want to take the time to do some detail work. So I want to come into some different areas and tuck in some collections of bulbs and little groupings of bulbs. Like I'd love to have maybe a grouping of Gladiolus and Liatris over here. I know that right here in this empty space, I want to do a collection of tiger lilies. I think it would be beautiful. I want to tuck in some additional Liatris and Gladiolus bulbs back there, and maybe throw in some areas where I just have, clusters of like 5 or 7. See, in those areas, I think would be really, really nice to just add some depth and add more layering to this space. I think it'll look really, really good. Then I have a whole bunch of zinnia seedlings that I started, including the Liatris Zinnias that Crane from Cranery Gardens gave me. So I'm super excited. And I want to tuck a few of those into some places as well. And then finally, we'll grab some of that mulch over there, and it'll be a little bit of a painstaking process because there's so much already growing, but we'll go ahead and mulch everything because this does face west. So it gets some extreme heat, and the mulch will really help with water retention and temperatures throughout the hottest, driest times of the season. Okay, so I've got some bulbs, specifically right in this area. I've got some tiger lily bulbs. Now, in all honesty, I've waited pretty long on all of my bulbs. I probably should have gotten into the ground a while ago, so hopefully these are still viable. I can't remember where these are particularly from. I think it's Home Depot. They're a little desiccated. That means they're a little dried out. So we'll see how they do. So we've got 5 tiger lily bulbs, and these are planted at 6 inches deep. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just add some biotone to that particular area. Then I'm going to come through with my fork, really get down there and dig and loosen the soil. And then I'll come in here with my hand, dig down, and place the bulb, making sure the roots are pointing down. Tuck it right back down there into the earth, just like that. Super simple and easy. However, I will say, planting bulbs, I have an extreme dislike of planting bulbs. I don't like it. So, but it's just, At least most of them you only have to plant once, right? And then you're done. So we'll just go tuck this in 6 inches deep, just like that. So I'm going to go ahead and tuck all these in, and I'll give you the details on tiger lilies during that time. Orange tiger lilies are bold perennials with bright orange petals covered in dark spots, growing 3 to 4 feet tall. They bloom in mid to late summer and thrive in full sun to partial shade with well-draining soil. Hardy in zones 3 through 9, they're easy to grow and multiply over time. These lilies are excellent for borders and cut flowers. Okay, next I'm going to sneak back over here, and I think I'm going to do a collection of Gladiolus bulbs. Maybe like, I've got 20, so maybe like 10 over here, maybe like a grouping of 5, and then like a grouping of 5 right here. And these are a berry mixed summer blooming Gladiolus, and they do need full sun, and they'll probably need to be staked at some point. And these are planted 8 inches deep. It is pretty deep, and if you don't plant them deep enough, they will topple over. I feel like I almost never get to the 8 inches deep. I feel like I'm always at like the 6 inch deep range. This is what it is. Like I said, I really dislike planting bulbs. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen all the earth up right here, right? And then I'm just going to push it all aside, just like that. Just continue loosening it up as we get lower. Oh, lots of worms. And we are battling a lot of roots over here from the spirea. Okay, so basically, I'm just going to pull back an area, and then what I'll do is I'll just toss in 3, 4, 5 bulbs. Here, pointy side up, spread them out. Just like that. Did I drop one? All right, and then from there, we'll just go ahead and move the soil back in place over that area. Just like that. Super simple, super easy. And then I'm also going to do some right in this area too. This mix features Gladiolus spikes in shades of deep pink, purple, and berry tones, adding vertical interest to gardens. These plants can grow 3 to 5 feet tall and prefer full sun and rich, well-draining soil. Blooming in summer, they make excellent cut flowers and benefit from staking in windy areas. Not winter hardy in colder zones, corms should be lifted after frost in zones below 7. And I don't really stress about spacing them out all that much. I want a cluster in here. We'll do another cluster right here. All right, and then one last cluster right in here. All right, and then finally, I want to blend some Liatris bulbs to the back here. These are really tall, at about 36 inches, which is nice. These bulbs are smaller, easier to plant in my opinion. They only have to be planted about 4 inches deep. I've got 50 here, so I am going to try to spread them out. I will say I won't dig like an individual hole for each one. What I'll do is I'll lift the earth in a particular place and I'll put a cluster of anywhere from 3 to 7 in that location. And I feel like Liatris bulbs are kind of hard to tell which way is up, so I just toss them in there and they right themselves. I will say when I'm coming back, especially with my clay soil, I'm going to break it apart. Mixed Liatris includes purple and white varieties with upright spikes that attract pollinators like bees and butterflies. Plants grow 2 to 4 feet tall and thrive in full sun and well-draining soil. They bloom from mid to late summer and are drought tolerant once established. Great for prairie gardens, borders, and fresh or dried arrangements. Just got tucked back in here. All right, so next I have a tray of zinnias, and they are a mixture of several different varieties: Floret Alpenglow, Floret Unicorn, Cranary Zinnias, Art Deco, and Polar Bear and Benary's Giant White. And the Floret did not have great germination, but it's kind of to be expected from what I understand from other people seeing. So I am going to layer them over in some areas. Basically, I'm going to come through and take my little, my teeny tiny little seedlings, and these have also already been pinched to create bushier growth. I'm going to add a little bit of fertilizer, and then I'm going to tuck in some of these zinnia seedlings in a few different places. And that way I can have some zinnias that will take over after some of this, those are ready to go, after some of this spring color is done. Alpenglow zinnias offer soft coral pink blooms on sturdy stems, ideal for cut flower gardens. Plants reach about 30 to 36 inches tall and prefer full sun and well-draining soil. They bloom throughout summer and are loved for their strong stems and long vase life. These zinnias also attract many butterflies. Unicorn mixed zinnias feature whimsical blooms in pastel pinks, purples, yellows, oranges, and whites, resembling a fairy tale palette. Plants grow 24 to 36 inches tall and bloom all summer with deadheading. They thrive in full sun, are heat tolerant, and work well in garden beds or bouquets, a favorite for playful, colorful plantings. Okay, and then this area is Alpenglow and Unicorn. So my friend Crane over at Cranary Gardens sent me some zinnia seeds that he harvested from his garden, and these zinnias were a mix of Floret and Benary's Giants that were all right next to each other. So I'm really interested to see how they turn out, but for the meantime, here's a few pictures from Crane's garden and some bouquets that he made. Benary's Giant Wine Zinnias produce large, fully double blooms in deep magenta wine tones. Plants grow 3 to 4 feet tall with strong stems perfect for cutting. They thrive in full sun and bloom all summer long. Highly resistant to powdery mildew and a favorite among cut flower growers. Okay, I forgot to move the camera partway through. So over here we have the Floret ones tucked in this area. And then kind of in a crescent we have the Cranary Garden Zinnias. And then across the back and into this area we have the Benary's Giant Wine. And I still have quite a few, half a flood of zinnias to plant. Those are going to go in the backyard though. Okay. I'm tired. I hate planting bulbs, y'all, but I know it's worth it. Okay, so next thing we need to do is the most important step probably in the whole process. We need to add mulch, and I like to use 100% cedar mulch. This variety is from Living Earth. It's a local company in my area, and marching band does a fundraiser where they sell them, so I buy all of them at once. We got a autumn sunrise bearded Irish about to bloom. Look how many. That sucker's 3 years old. It started from one single iris. It's probably got 15 at least stems. Looks really good. Okay, let's start adding mulch. Had several people ask me how I use my old Miracle Grow sprayer to do Alaskan fish emulsion, and I don't stress about it. I legit just open this up, pour like maybe half a cup in. This is incredibly concentrated. Always put your lid back on your giant bucket of fish emulsion. And then, before I close it up, fill it up with water. Not all the way, about halfway. Put my lid on, and then shake it really good. And really break up that concentrate in here, in this area. And then like that. So give this garden a good hose down with the fish emulsion. And basically when the water in the Miracle Grow canister turns clear, it's no longer a brown color, then I add more. Now I am going to avoid watering my yarrow and sedum at the front of the bed because they don't really care for fertilizer. Okay, so my tripod fell down and broke all the things, but we're good to go. Got it all in. It's all looking really, really nice. And one of the great things about what I did is about what you cannot see. Can't see the bulbs, can't really see the zinnias now. The mulch is doing a lot, even though it doesn't really like show up that much. It did so many things. Okay, gotta hold it, broke my tripod. Glad I got that done. That was a lot of work. I didn't realize that was gonna take 3 separate videos with the work. I would say the work total was about 7 hours of work. Usually for about every 20 minutes of video I have, that's about 2 hours worth of work. So yeah, feeling really, really, really good about it. Very happy. It's gonna look good. Super excited. I hope you guys enjoyed coming along with these 3 videos. Thank you for bearing with me throughout this process, even though it took a long time. But I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I look forward to giving you updates on this garden throughout the season. As always, make sure you like and comment in the video. Every time you like and comment, it helps grow my videos so much. And if you don't feel comfortable leaving a comment, just drop me an emoji below, letting me know that you made it to the end of the video and you say hi. And be sure to check out my Patreon community. The link is in the video description below. It is a group of people who are all things She's a Mad Gardener and gardening. It's lovely. That's what I'm doing. All my social media is on Patreon, which is great. There's a free tier to join at, and there are paid levels. And the higher you are up in the levels, the more content you get, including exclusive videos, chats, photo share, things like that. It's really, really fun. As always, she's a mad gardener or a decorator or anything else that she wants to be. Thanks, y'all.